We got some back-to-back gaps here, guys. Look at this. We just got our NQ fill from our last live trade video here. We called the dump at the 666. Come back down to the gap here, 17,775. Right now, you look to the right. I was just about to hop off the computer. We'll get some rest. I look, and the ES sets up a double gap. How am I supposed to walk away from a DB or DG rather? Double gap. So best case scenario is very similar to this. We're going to look for the same price action that came up to the 666 on ES. So if these gaps stay open, the algos will force it from 525.50 up 666 area, come slamming down to gap 1 and gap 2. That is the best case scenario. If they fill right now and wash out early, I'd rather miss it than risk it. I want to see that push into the 666 and then the failure, which is a lot better. I see an NQ gap again here to the downside of things. So we already filled the first gap. We might fill the second one right away. And if that's the case, you could actually take it invertently long, where the 666 will still get tagged, but you'll fill gap 1, gap 2. You'll head back up to 666, and you'll get a long to the magnet of the 666, because just like the NQ did, the ES will eventually magnet back up from its break, because back here we had a snap through with no confirmation, just washed it. Then we needed to come back and retest that. So, okay, close the first gap, left the second. Second gap is still right here, 5024 and some change. Again, best case scenario would be pushing up from here into the 666 1 minute, then falling back down. We'll see if we get it. Q's also has now a gap above it. So if the play we're talking about, the secondary play I'm talking about, comes back down, it's going to be a pretty big play. So what that means is gap 1 is filled, gap 2 will fill. That'll end up being a consolidation long back up to the 666. And then ES is no longer the better trader. You're going to go to NQ because that is the one with the gap above it and not below it. So if we miss the below gaps coming down on ES, we have a chance to grab the upside gap back here on the NQs. Always being versatile, leaving our options open for all the contracts. Being able to swap from NQ and ES, whatever has the actual trade set up, is definitely the way to go. Okay, we got the same gapola up there, so you want to start buying into these bids if you get any.
Order filled.
I'm going to buy one market on this one, but just to sneak in here a little bit. This one might be a pretty baby trade.
Order filled.
Okay, I got a couple of orders there, Phil. I'm going to turn that down so don't blow your ears up. Sorry, guys. Probably already blew it. Probably all deaf already. So need to push up into the gap here. Quick little scalpy scalp. No matter how much it is, as long as it's a nice little green. Del ES is still on the same path here. One gap open. Boom.
Order filled.
I'll take it. A few $100 there. Yeah, barely a couple $100 there. We didn't have a lot of contracts on that one, but we just did a double gap. So what you want to do is hop out and hop right back into the short, because we now have a double gap at the same area, despite how high this wants to push up. Okay. Well, short-lived. Filled both gaps right there. No fills on the bottom side, but we got the top. Another little live trade utilizing 1 minute gaps like we like to do. So tune in for the next, and then we'll get back to you on some more analysis.